What's up, guys? My name is Elias, and I officially turned 30 this May. So, as a lover of comic books and comic book movies, I've decided to watch, review, and rank every single live action, theatrically released Marvel and DC film dating as far back as the 1950s to now in a series I call The Road to 30. Today, we're talking about 1997's Batman and Robin.
Batman and Robin.
Now, let's get something straight. This is arguably the worst Batman movie ever made, but I love it. Growing up as a kid, I just constantly rewatched Batman movies back to back, left and right, because he's not only my favorite superhero, but they just happen to be my favorite superhero movies, some of them at least. And if you view this one specifically as like a Batman parody akin to the 1960s Batman era, I think you'll have a good time with it. If you want to view it as a serious movie, you're going to hate it. It starts off with yet another stupid intro where Batman and Robin are essentially cracking jokes like, this is why Superman works alone. And chicks dig the car. It's so bad. And then Alfred has to throw in a joke too. I'll cancel the pizzas. Like, come on, man. This is how we're starting out the movie. But again, I love it because it is absolutely ridiculous. But let's talk about the cast here, shall we? The only two returning members of the Batman franchise at this point was Michael Gough's Alfred and Chris O'Donnell's Robin. Newcomers include Alicia Silverstone as Batgirl, who is admittedly not great casting. Uma Thurman as Poison Ivy, who absolutely understood the assignment when it came to this movie because she kills every single line she says and every scene that she's in. My dude Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze, who's just spouting ice puns left and right. All right, everyone, chill. Let's kick some ice. Cool party. The Iceman cometh. What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age. And the list goes on and on. Jeep Swenson also plays Bane here, who is a far cry from the comic books because in the comics, Bane is this smart super criminal. And instead in this movie, he's just a dumb, just lug. He's not smart at all. He has no kind of intelligence. And he just goes, Bane! Like the whole entire time. It's ridiculous. But of course, the guy playing Batman himself this time around is George Clooney. Now, whatever you may think about George Clooney as Batman, you have to admit he's a generally great actor. Like, there are movies where he absolutely delivers masterpiece performances. So, in a more serious Batman movie, I really do think that he would absolutely kill it. His Bruce Wayne is great. His interactions with Alfred alone provide some of the more dramatic moments of the movie. And it kind of takes you out of what you've been watching because you're just like, wait a second, is there actually good acting in this movie? Wait, what I want to see that movie like that. I want to see something more akin to that. But of course, he comes out saying, "Hey, Freeze, I'm Batman." Like the writing in this movie is so garbage, but it's iconic in its own way too. I mean, there are points where it does tackle themes of trust and respect, especially, the dynamic between Batman and Robin themselves. And I think George Clooney does have kind of a dark side, so I think he really could have played a great Batman. Uma Thurman could have played a more sinister Poison Ivy in a more serious movie, and Arnold Schwarzenegger would actually be a dope pick for a more serious Mr. Freeze with less goofy looking armor, and he really tried to play to that dramatic side of his backstory with his wife Nora. Like, there's just a lot of missed potential here in this movie with the performances, and I really think, like I said, the writing doesn't do it any justice. Joel Schumacher's direction doesn't do it any justice, even though they constantly he and George Clooney constantly apologize for this movie. But this was clearly a studio mandated movie to just sell toys. It wasn't a movie where they tried to make a serious Batman film like Batman, more serious I should say, like Batman Forever. But this one was just straight up like, we're going to make a giant 2-hour toy commercial, and it shows. It's very evident. But like I said, if you view it like a parody, it's just dumb fun. And I actually kind of dig the visuals as well. I mean, the cinematography is pretty good. The aesthetic is awesome. The lighting, the colors, like, it's just very vibrant. And for a movie that's 2 hours and really bad, it at least is very visually interesting to look at. I really do love the hilariously stupid third act as well, because there are a lot of things in there that shouldn't be happening, especially the giant ice gun that's going to freeze all of Gotham. Then they somehow stop it with a bunch of satellites that redirect the sunlight. You got the really old man like battle between Mr. Freeze and Batman, where he says, "Tonight's forecast, a freeze is coming." And they just start like throwing haymakers at each other and little kicks. And it's just like, it just, that's not how Batman fights, by the way. And when they finally defeat Freeze and they save Alfred from his McGregor syndrome disease, which is a made up thing, Alfred says, "We're going to need a bigger cave." And then they run into the screen with that. Dun, 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 dun. I mean, look, I love that theme. It's just so hardcore. And speaking of the theme, the score throughout this movie is really, really awesome too. Some really interesting 90s little vibes in there. So I don't know. I mean, to me, this is a fun movie and something that I'll probably watch for the rest of my life and continue to do so happily. Overall, if I'm being honest with myself and honest to you as far as what this actually should be rated, I'm going somewhere in the middle, and we're going to go with the B minus tier, which is a 2.5 out of 5 or a 5 out of 10. Now, look, I know to a lot of you that's going to be a huge rating for a movie like this, but like I said, it's just dumb fun. This isn't meant to be some great movie. This isn't meant to be some masterful work of cinema. This is literally just meant to be 2 hours of schlocky entertainment for you to just laugh at, enjoy some of the action, enjoy the visuals, and just completely understand that this is Batman 1966, but for the more modern era, at least at that time. This is 1997. So I thought it was fun. I always have a good time with it. I love this movie genuinely, but I do understand that it's not a great movie by any means. And anybody who will tell you this is a masterpiece, they're just trying to get a rise out of you. But that's all I have for you guys. So if you like this video, remember to hit that like button and get in my comments with your thoughts on 1997's Batman and Robin, as well as which movie you are excited for me to review next, whether it be from Marvel or DC. But until next time, guys, take care and God bless.